Welcome to our Isle of Arran off-grid tour. At the end of October 2022, we set off for Arran. We were full of expectation and excitement. We encountered wind and rain, so much rain, flooded park-ups, delayed ferries, and of course, the absolute disaster at the end of the tour. Join us as we tell our story in the Arran off-grid series. When you left us last time, we'd just boarded the ferry and we were heading back to Ardrossan on the Scottish mainland. There were some gorgeous views out over the sea in the moonlight. We were soon back in Merlin and heading for our wild camp spot that we'd picked nearby in Ardrossan. As you can see here, the plan was that it was just a quick 7-minute drive. Well, that didn't turn out very well. Unbeknown to us, right in front of where we were going to wild camp, as this massive fun fair has been set up, we started to set off a few alarm bells in our minds. The Search for Science reviews of this place were all pretty good, but it began to look a bit worrying to us.
I don't really think I'm liking the look of this place, Gray, to be honest with you. Really not.
No, it's a bit of a worry. I wonder if they shut that gate at night.
It doesn't look very good, does it?
The reviews are quite good though.
Yeah, but I don't know that I feel safe here, really. So we're heading back to Troon. We took a look at the car park and it looked decidedly dodgy, very dark, very near to the fair. It's very noisy. It didn't look very safe actually, with a high wall along one side, as if you could almost get sort of trapped in there really. So, going back to Troon, because we know what that place was like. It should be a bit quieter there.
So this is us again at Troon. This time we've tried to park up the far end of the parking area, away from the sawmill a bit. Hopefully it'll be quieter.
So this one didn't have a very good night. We had wind, we had rain, and then at about 6 o'clock in the morning we had the sawmill, didn't we? Oh, it was all good fun. There was her on my pillow with all my duvet. Yes, that's what happens, isn't it, Luna? That's what happens. There's Sleeping Beauty over there. It's about 8 o'clock, but we have been awake since about 6.
5, 4, 3.
Yeah. A very salubrious view this morning. There's the bin, centre stage. Nice though, it just so happens this was the most level bit we could find. So we'll focus on the sea instead and we'll ignore the bin. Yeah, all right, look, Graham's opened his window now. Let's have a look out the back window. Oh, I feel like play school. And through the square window. Are you old enough to know what I'm talking about? There we go. Some very big waves this morning. Looking very grey. Is it dreek? Is that the word they use in Scotland for a day like today? Yeah. It's beautiful though. It's nice in its wildness. There's a place where you can walk the dogs in the distance there, see? Where those benches are. Perhaps we could have our tea out there this morning. Not. where's Maya? See if we can find her. Oh, here she is. How are we doing, little one? You tired? No trouble from her. She tends to sleep through stuff like that. Don't you? You sleep through stuff like that. Not even opening her. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh, there's an eye. Yep, she's pretty tired too. Better get the kettle on. We've got dual aspect big waves. Pretty dramatic, isn't it? Hey, that is pretty dramatic looking at that. Got the big waves in both windows.
Right, breakfast at Troon.
Troon!
This is almost our last day. We've got to do a bit of a mad dash home. Didn't really want to rush, but we now have to be home Wednesday. So this is our last day in Scotland.
It is.
We hope to get about halfway home tonight. We'll find somewhere nice to stay, hopefully.
Yeah. The weather's taken a turn for the worse. I'm rather glad we're not crossing over from Arran in this.
Yeah, to be honest, I think they would be cancelled.
Yeah, the weather has got steadily worse overnight. A bit later on, we'll show you what the waves are like.
It's like a mill pond coming over last night. I don't know, yeah, you would have seen it by now, I think. But the moon was out and the sea was flat. I got some lovely film of that.
Yeah, and then it just got steadily worse throughout the night. Poor Luna didn't get much sleep at all, and because Luna didn't get much sleep, neither did we. She's like this furry boulder that moves around the bed, sitting on you, usually on your tummy or your head or your feet. She sits on it, but she's really heavy. She's quite dense. I don't mean that in a bad way. You're quite a dense dog, aren't you, Luna? She wants to get off the bed now because she doesn't like the wind blowing. I'll go and get her. Actually, you can see her. Come down. There we go. There's the troublemaker. There she is.
Put her on there.
I will. Yeah. You're gonna wave. Morning. Good morning. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of sleep. Oh, there you go.
I woke up this morning and you were on my pillow, weren't you? Weren't you? Luna? After some deliberation, we found this place in Dunham Massey. It's a place called Henshall Lane Car Park. That's where we're going tonight. So the end of our trip to Arran seems to have come round quite quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really sad actually, isn't it?
Well, it didn't help losing the couple of nights, did it?
No, I do feel we were somewhat shortchanged because it was so windy and then the ferry got delayed, didn't it?
What was your favourite bit on Arran?
Oh, well, I felt that sunset at King's Caves. I've never
Oh,
ever
yeah,
had
that
an
was brilliant,
experience
wasn't it?
like that in my life. You know, I just feel so blessed to have been there at that particular time. It's
Shame you were so
gorgeous.
worried about getting back to the van, wasn't
Well, I
it?
can't see at night, so it's a bit need a jolly big torch, that's what we need.
My favourite
Like
bit
you.
was at Sannock's Bridge North, at Wild Camp, where we saw the stag that
Oh
night.
yeah, that was pretty special.
Going up to the waterfall the next day, I love that. It's really nice.
Yeah, the way that the clouds were bumping into the mountains was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. I loved all of it.
Right, we've gone for a Burger King today. We've just stopped at a service station. So we're getting a bit hungry.
Yeah.
Still got about 50 miles to go.
So that's going to be our supper. I think I've got any serviettes. Not so organised there. Plant-based Whopper.
It looks big.
It's big. So, and rice. An escaped fry. It's got my name on it.
Nice.
That's lovely. My first one. Really good.
Don't give you many chips, do they?
No, a bit mean on the chips. But the burger's good.
I can't believe the price. Ellie said it's £18 for 2 burgers
It's the meal
and chips.
deal. So it's a drink and some chips, regular
I
fries.
thought meal deals were cheaper.
No.
Well, I must say it tastes very nice. But for 18 quid for 2 burgers, you think it would, wouldn't you? Or am I just out of date with prices?
I think so.
So we got ourselves to the Henshall Lane car park, which was the search for sites location that we'd chosen, and we did arrive just as it was getting dark, so we didn't have a chance to look around. But yeah, we had a nice evening watching some telly, eating a bit of food. Then we went to bed, and then this happened.
Just can't believe it. We've just been woken up with a loud bang, and you dropped something on the floor there. Or was that glass? 2 bricks, and someone's just smashed Merlin's windows while we were sleeping. So no, we don't recommend this as a place to stop. They smashed the windscreen, but Graham's hoping he can drive with that. But here's us in the middle of nowhere with a broken window and a cracked windscreen, about 200 miles from home. So pretty awful really. Just don't know what to do. I'm still in shock, literally. Just we heard this really loud boom 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 music, because we think it was just boy racers. And suddenly the music went quiet and it was just loud bang, and Graham reckons there was 2 of them because the bricks hit the van at the same time and it's pouring with rain. I don't know how we're going to get home. Anyway, I've got to try and sort this out now.
On there.
Yeah. Oh God, it's all falling down in the door.
Just trying to stop it getting any worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. No, yeah, don't park here. You'll get your van vandalised.
Right, well, we're going to get going.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your help, and safe travels for you as well. Thank you. You've been a real help. Did you want me to make a hot drink or not bother?
No, I don't bother. I just want to get away from here.
Yeah, in case they come back. I doubt they will. They're not brave enough to do that. But they might if they think you've gone back to...
Yeah, quite a shock that. Really was quite a frightening moment. First of all, I thought a branch had fallen off a tree onto Merlin, but then I thought, well, hang on, we're not under a tree. So that's when we found out what had really happened. Shakes your confidence in wild camping though, that's for sure.
Yeah, doesn't it just? So the people in this camper van, we don't even know their name, bless them, were absolutely lovely. They're moving on too. They had some black bags and some gorilla tape. So Graham's taped up the windows. I'm just hoping that it holds till we get home. I have to go home really steady. Hope for the best. Alright.
No, not really, but what can you do?
I just want to get out of here now. We'll probably stop up the road and make a cup of tea or something, but for now we just want to go. I'm so upset. I mean, I know I'm glad that we're all okay, and that's the main thing. But what a horrible thing to do. I wouldn't recommend this place as an off-road.
The door's open, if you could stand it. Must have been loud fire.
Yeah. I thought it was a tree branch hitting the roof or something.
Yeah. In some ways, if we get away with it just being the glass. In the end, the journey that should have taken just something like just under 3 hours took over 5.5 hours. It had to go so slow.
Put the radio on, but it's probably best we listen to what's going on with the window.
So finally we got home. It was light by the time we got home. First thing we did was report it to the police and the insurance company. At the time, both Ellie and I felt that we never ever wanted to go anywhere near this place again. But over time, we felt that we did have some demons that we needed to deal with. So that's what this visit is all about now. Well, guess where we are? We've arrived at, I was going to call it our nemesis, but that's not the right word, is it?
Nemesis car park.
Henshall Lane car park. This is where Merlin got bricked. The last time we were here it was raining about 1:30 a.m. and Merlin had just had bricks thrown at him. And it was all quite scary, wasn't it?
Yeah, and for both of us it felt like we had unfinished business with this place. It was like we know we'll never park up here overnight again, but there's something about the whole area that it's made me fearful of it, that I never ever wanted to be anywhere near here ever again. And you felt similar, didn't you, really? Because it was such a horrible experience, it gives you a fear of it. And so we decided to take a detour today. We didn't know if we'd be able to.
Yeah, it wasn't too much of a big detour, but
We didn't even know we wanted to do
Yeah.
it, did we? It was like a really mixed feeling about it.
Yeah, for ages down the road we were saying, shall we go, shan't we go? shall we?
Yeah, and it felt like, but it feels like unfinished business. It's as if this place has a hold on us in a way that a nasty experience happened and we can't get past it completely.
But the strange thing is, if I didn't know the history, I wouldn't mind staying here.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't feel bad at all.
No, we came here this afternoon thinking if you didn't know what had happened and what the area can be like, you would stay here. It's a nice car park, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a perfect park up. There's nothing here that makes me think we shouldn't stay. There's no sort of drug evidence or rubbish or burnt out cars or I don't know, things that you would say, or even donuts in the car park. There's nothing there that makes you think this is a dodgy place to stay. None of the clues fit, do they? And there's a lovely dog walk and it's very peaceful.
We had a little look around, which we'll show. I'll put after this bit of the video.
So we're parked up at the car park where Merlin got bricked. Yeah, we thought we'd come here to try and get rid of the demons that surround this place. It's weird because it's actually quite a posh place. Some of the houses we passed are really nice. It does not look rough at all. It seems strange to be here again after what happened, but it was bothering both of us because, you know, it's like one of those things, if you don't go there, it's something that frightens you. I mean, I've been saying I never want to come here ever again because it was quite scary when Merlin got attacked. But you wouldn't think it looking at it today. It's really peaceful, really nice place. You know, would I park here again? I think if I didn't know what happened, I probably would. There's nothing here to make you think it's anything other than quite a good little park up.
Yeah, if you didn't know, you wouldn't think it was a problem, would you?
No, I mean, there's fields around you. I mean, they're cutting the hedge, which is what you can hear. And there's a nice little dog walk just here. Fields and a pub just up the road. Can't quite see it through the trees, but... But yeah, the thought of coming back to this place has really scared me after what happened. I thought, you know, it's a place I would avoid. You can see the pub where the sun's setting over there, just about through the trees. But, you know, why wouldn't you want to stop here? And Merlin's parked virtually where he was parked before. Where that blue car is, there was another camper van there, but it was parked the other way round. And you can just that's the entrance to the car park. So you can see how people can come and do some damage to the van and then quickly run away without being seen. So yeah, this is it. Well, at least we've done it now. I mean, I will never park up here again after what happened. And I certainly wouldn't recommend anyone else to park up here ever again, as it were. But it's weird, isn't it? It doesn't look a very scary place.
No, it doesn't. And both of us said that actually it didn't make us feel bad, although obviously we wouldn't use it again.
No.
But so yes, I suppose it's been quite good coming here.
But it doesn't have a hold over us anymore as a place. It's, you know, that it was at the time we said we never want anything to do with it ever again. We never want to come here. We never want to go anywhere near here. And you sort of have that fear of that kind of comes back when you think about it. Whereas now we've replaced that with being here on a brightish sort of day.
There's a couple of people taking their dogs for a walk.
And butter wouldn't melt, if you know what I mean, in terms of the place. You know,
there's nothing wrong with it. And so, in a way, that stops you being worried about it. You know, I wouldn't park here again, but I don't have that sense of dread every time I think of, was it Henshall Lane car park? It used to make my stomach drop, whereas now this memory will be there instead, you know. Actually, this looks like a nice little car park. I am joking. Yeah. There's no way we're staying here. But yeah, at least we did it. It took quite a lot of guts, didn't it?
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah.
More than I thought. So as we leave this car park, it's interesting to note how we left and rejected one car park that looked really dodgy with the fare and the wall and everything else. And we chose this car park thinking it was quite a safe place to stop. Interesting how this is the one where the bad thing happened. Would you see Henshall Lane as a dangerous car park? Let us know in the comments. We'd like to know what you think.
This does in fact end the Arran series. We hope that you've enjoyed it. Please do subscribe if you haven't done already. We also have a Wizard in the Wild Facebook group, which is dedicated to the YouTube channel. So in Facebook, just search Wizard in the Wild and click join, and Ellie will let you in.